Hey everybody, it's Dr. Jeremy Overholt from Inner Vitality. I want to share a quick story with you. I haven't always been a chiropractor, haven't always wanted to be a chiropractor, and it's not in my family. I don't have any other chiropractors in my family. And once upon a time, I didn't even know what a chiropractor was. And when I was 16 years old, thereabouts, I asked my dad one day, I said, Dad, what's a chiropractor? I heard this strange term somewhere. I didn't know what this was or what this person was. And his explanation to me was, oh, that's a doctor that deals with your back. We don't go to them, period. That's all I heard about that. And I just said, oh, okay. And I shrugged it off until I was about in my mid-20s. And, you know, that's really interesting to me because there's a huge contradiction here in my family history. Because when my dad was a little boy, 7 or 8 years old, he had a condition where he had wet the bed every night ever since he was born. And it wasn't behavioral, and the medical doctors or whoever they took him to, they couldn't figure it out. And there was no explanation for it. And what's really troubling is that my dad, he never had a sleepover. He wasn't able to go out with the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts and do their campouts because he'd wet the bed wherever he went. That'd be incredibly embarrassing. Well, somebody got a hold of my grandmother and said, well, you've got to take him to a chiropractor. Now, to me, that didn't make any sense when I heard the story. Now it does, because as we look at this chart, this is called a Merritt chart, and it maps where all the nerves that come out of your spine to your body parts, where they go, and then right down here in your lower spine into your tailbone, the nerves map right to your bladder. So what happened was my dad was taken to a chiropractor by my grandmother. He was adjusted, and then the next morning, and I love how my grandfather tells the story. He says, you never had seen a happier kid. He comes out and he's like, Mama, Mama, look, I'm all dry. He had one adjustment, and it allowed his body to function the way that it was supposed to. He never wet the bed again. Amazing. But the more amazing thing about that is, what did that do for that little boy's self-esteem and his confidence that he now could participate? He now could go on the campouts with the Boy Scouts. And I think about the problems that we have that take pieces away from our life, where something as small as a simple chiropractic adjustment in this area to release the body's innate ability to function and control and regulate itself may have changed the course of that young man's life, who ultimately became my father. Thanks for letting me share. Have a great day.